Hey everybody, welcome to another video. Today I'll show you how to make this amazing Origami Godzilla. This model is at the intermediate level. It might be more challenging for some people, maybe easier to others, but if you already know some traditional origamis like the crane, you'll probably be able to make this model too. The only material you'll need is a square piece of paper, which can be any size you prefer. In this video, I'll use 20 by 20 centimeters, about 8 by 8 inches, and starting with the colored side facing down, our first step is to fold it in half vertically. To do this, bring the right side to the left and then reinforce. Unfold it. Now bring both sides to the middle, dividing it vertically into 4. We can bring the right side first, then the left side, and unfold this. Once done, let's repeat the same step by step horizontally. Again, start by folding it in half. Then unfold it. And bring the bottom and top sides to the middle. Now we need to turn the paper over and fold it in half along both diagonals, making an X. To do this, bring one corner to the other, reinforce the corners first, and then reinforce the middle part. Unfold, and repeat the same step in the opposite diagonal. We have our X. Now, starting from the top right side, bring the corner to the middle, then repeat the same step with the other 3. We can use the lines we've already made as a guide to make everything as straight as possible. And as I said, let's follow the same logic with the others. Finishing this step, we can unfold the 4 corners and turn the paper over again. To make it easier, let's rotate in this position, and starting from the right side, let's bring the corner to the crease we just made, creating a new line here. Unfold this, and repeat the same thing on the left side. Unfold that as well. And now we have the initial lines. I suggest turning the paper in this position, keeping the lines we've just made horizontally. Then let's close the top side using these lines here. Just bring the top sides down, like this. Once they are both in the middle, we can lower this remaining part. Now on the top layer we have a small square. Starting from the right side, take the bottom edge from the open part and bring it to the middle. Then do the same with the left side. Unfold. Lift the first layer. And then, using the lines we just made, let's bring both sides to the middle. Fold this small flap up first. Then down. And unfold completely. Now the last thing you need to do is reinforce this line here by bringing the corner down. Finishing this step here, we'll need to rotate the paper and repeat on the opposite corner. Let's close both sides. Lower the top layer. Fold those two diagonal edges to the middle. Unfold both sides. Bring the first layer up, and using the lines we made, bring both sides to the middle, creating a new flap. Reinforce this flap. Then bring it down and reinforce again. Unfold the paper and reinforce the small horizontal line. After doing this, turn the paper sideways and repeat the same step by step on the top part. Let's close it as before. Let's fold the two edges to the middle. and using these lines create a new flap. The difference is that now we don't need to unfold. Just keep the flap up and reinforce. This is the result. To make the next step easier, we can rotate the paper and turn it over. Now let's fold it in half by bringing the top side down. Right next to the right side, to this tip, to this small flap, we have this small vertical line. Using it as a guide, bring the first layer to the right, once done, bring the remaining paper up, and then fold down like this. Now we have this small flap and a triangle. Using those lines we made before, we're going to have to partially close this triangle by pushing the two diagonal sides up, like this. And now we need to close the remaining paper behind this small triangle and push the paper up, closing like this. This is the result. Let's go to the other side and repeat the same thing. Using this small vertical line, bring the paper now to the left, then up, bring the extra paper down, partially close the triangle, then completely close it, flattening the paper behind. Now we have our base. Let's make some details. Look, the next step is optional, and you can do it at the end if you want, but I'd like to do it now, so in my opinion everything is easier at the end. Holding the paper in this position, fold a bit of this corner to the side, then fold it back, leaving a small gap. And unfold it. Now we'll open the triangle and fold this small gap inside. This step might be a bit tricky, but as I mentioned, it's optional and you can do it later. Once you fold the small gap, close the paper again. And now we have this small difference, which in the end will be the detail of the foot. Repeat the same step on the other side, trying to make both look more or less the same. And this is the result. Now let's open the back. As you can see, there's a small corner inside. Let's bring this corner outside a little. Close the paper to flatten this corner. Then we can bring this front flap down. Bring the flap on the back down as well. Now it's possible to open the first layer and bring the first layer of this corner down. After doing this on one side, let's repeat the same step by step on the other. Now let's turn this middle flap into an arm. Let's start by folding the diagonal edge to the horizontal one above. Then unfold it. Open the middle layer and reverse the corner using these lines we've just made. Bring this part down. And the left arm is done. Let's go to the other side and repeat the same step. Both arms are ready. As next step, let's work on the back and the tail. Let's close the tail part by joining these two layers here and open the middle part a bit. Then push a small part of the paper inside this middle part. Close it to create the creases. This is the result. Let's do this once more just below. Let's close the outside layer just below the legs. And we have the back. For the detail of the tail, let's open this small corner here on the back. Close this corner a little. And then fold the remaining paper down, creating a new diagonal, connecting the crease we just made with the right corner. something like this. Let's turn it over and repeat the same step on the other side. Now, with the paper in this position, we need to open the right side and fold the extra paper inside. Depending on the angle you folded before, you might need to fold more or less paper. In my case, I'll have to fold part of the legs for a better result, but this varies a bit for each model. I'll adjust a bit here and make the necessary fixes. This is the result for me. Let's repeat on the other side. Then we need to fold a little bit of the end too, creating a diagonal that follows the last fold. The tail is now looking much better. Let's open the bottom part again. Then going back to the other side, we need to create several gaps, folding the paper inside and back, dividing the tail into several sections. After doing this, close the paper again. And using this last step, we can curve the tail by bringing the tip upwards. As the final step, let's make the head. This step can vary a little, but simply open the tip like this. Then bring the sides down, flattening the paper. Fold the front tip a bit to make it look more realistic. And now our Godzilla is ready! I hope you enjoyed this video, I hope you were able to make it. Remember to click like, also subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and leave a comment to let me know what you think of this video. Thank you so much for watching, see you next time!